What is Tuckaway Farm?
You want me to go first?
Big question.
Tuckaway is a 23-acre farm just 6 miles away from downtown Bentonville.
We are excited for the opportunity to use our farm to connect to the community.
We wanted to come and do something on a local level. We need more local food producers here in Arkansas. Our mission at Tuckaway is to create a future for our community that is more healthy, peaceful, and abundant. It's the whole reason we're getting into this. My name is Joe Somweber.
I'm Mary Somweber.
Join us and our family and friends as we build Tuckaway Farm. Tuckaway Farm is one part farm, one part hospitality, one part food and beverage experience. We are right here nestled in Bentonville, and we want it to be a place where the community can come and experience food, experience how to grow food, experience like the magic of tasting something fresh off the vine. We kept a secondary lead. We need more local food producers here in Arkansas for a lot of reasons, one of them being food security, but also just reducing transport costs and impact on the environment. It is also a farm that tries to respect how we grow food. And instead of degrading soils, we want to build soils. Instead of ruining habitats, we want to build stronger, more diverse habitats. And so it is hopefully an example of many different responsible and ethical ways to interact with the land. The farm doesn't look like much now. Eventually we'll have nice gravel roads that'll give us access to the farm in the early spring, late winter when it's really wet and soupy. But it's going to come together over the next year, and our goal really with this video series is to capture the very ugly beginning to what will hopefully be a beautiful conclusion at some point. But we're going to have you come along with us on the journey and capture every step along the way.
Good morning, it's a lovely Thursday. We will be building our 4th field block today. We've actually tried 3 times to do it, and it's either been too hot or too wet. We've had a couple days without rain, so the ground's dried out a little bit. So we've got 3 field blocks in already. We're working on number 4. We hope to be doing number 5 soon, which is just right after. And then right where we're standing right now will be an additional 5 field blocks. Not sure when those will go in, sometime this season or early spring, so that we can be in full production next spring for the season. Here in our market garden, we follow no-till practices or minimal tillage. So what that means is we're not plowing up these fields. All these field blocks that we're making, they stay exactly where they are. We try to use minimal large machinery. But today we are going to be using our tractor. We pull out the tractor when we're moving a lot of material. So you're going to see that tractor coming in and dropping off the compost, and we're going to be raking that out with rakes, hand raking. Same with the mulch. The tractor is going to bring in a big bucket of mulch, spread it out for us, and then we'll fine spread it with the rakes. First step in our process is we go ahead and tarp the ground. What that does, it bakes all the grass and the weeds that are there, and they die off. So if you look behind me, you see that it's a big dead patch instead of a big green field. So we run the BCS down the walking aisles. It kicks the dirt up onto the beds, so we get a lot of good topsoil on our beds. We fill that back in with mulch, which creates some great drainage. So we haven't had problems with water standing anywhere on the garden, and that system seems to be working well. So to keep things nice and tidy, we built these great frames. They're big and long and they're heavy. It takes at least 4 people to move them. You lay it down where there's going to be a garden row. Then we go in and we fill that with compost right on top of the cardboard layer. Then we backfill with some mulch for the walking rows. Once that's in and kind of spread out nice, we pick up the frame and we move it to the next spot. So we're just moving that frame each time we build a new row. Each field block has 8 rows in it. So we'll be doing 8 planting rows today. Standing here on the corner of our last field block 3, between each field block is a 4-foot walking row. So from here we're measuring 30 feet plus that 4 feet for the walking row. I've run the line all the way around. This is our last stake. So we're putting it right here at 34 feet. So 30 feet for the row, 4 feet for the walkway.
Keep your eyes on the horizon, stay gold. All I need are your eyes, you're my arrow. Now we're running into the wild. I see the light.
Just laid out our cardboard. It is time to move these big old frames. So we're gonna divide up 3 on each side, space yourselves out. They are heavy, so we'll kind of lift together, carry it over, and place it. 1, 2, 3, lift.
When the rain comes, we'll head for the high ground. If the stars watching over us fade.
Today I'm out here helping out at Tuckaway Farm. We are building another field block, just giving us more space to plant a lot more crops as we head into the fall season. Local community farms, I think, are so important. If COVID-19 taught us anything, one of the many things it taught us is that food systems are fragile and that global food systems are not as solid as maybe we've thought they are in the past. And so the importance of local food systems to have that constant supply of food to be feeding our communities is something really at the heart of why we're starting Tuckaway.
Field block number 4 went pretty well today. It's always a blast having our friends and family come out and help us on the farm. We are anxious to have field block 4 come into production because in our first 3 field blocks, we're kind of wrapping up our summer crops. We still got tomatoes and cucumbers going, but as we come into fall, we've got all sorts of things we want to bring into our fall production. We've got restaurants wanting cauliflower, wanting squash. We've got broccolis going. As soon as it's cool enough, we'll start doing lettuces again. So there's a slew of things that we want to have a good round and variety of product for our restaurants this fall.
So it's exciting to see the farm come together. You know, this adds another third to our production of what we already have.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 field blocks. This will be the 4th. That increases our capacity quite a bit and starts to fill in the space. I get excited when I drive by on the road and that production area go all the way across the market garden. That's going to be a big moment when we finally get there.
Yeah, I'm like, let's keep going. Except for I'm tired, so I might need a break. So Riley and I, my daughter, are standing out here in front of what we are calling our brooding house. We are going to be starting an egg operation here on Tuckaway Farm and have 230 chicks showing up sometime next week. Attached to this barn is what I'm calling my kitchen flock. So it's my personal flock of hens. I have 11 right now. I kind of share this space in terms of storage of feed and such. But inside, we did a lot of clearing out to prepare for all of our baby chicks. So a couple things we had to take care of. So we have a lot of pressure from predators here for our chickens. So I was worried about keeping all these little guys safe. And we had a raccoon get in on the roof. He climbed down this pole and ate a bunch of chicks this spring. So my son went up and installed a new vent cover up there that they can't get in through, hoping this baby is secure and tight. So in here we sectioned off half of this. We have pine shavings down or pine flakes down, so it's nice and soft. And I'm hoping 230 chicks will fit there. We will find out next week. We got the call. Our chicks have arrived at the post office, right girls?
Yeah.
How do we feel about that?
We're so excited.
How many did we get?
230.
Who's gonna name them all? London, are you gonna name them all? You get a box? You got that? Well, let's not here. Daddy, you get a box?
Daddy, do you see Speed Cup? Mom, do you feel it?
Cross your face and the sunrise lights up another day.
Why are they so
I woke up and my whole world changed.
Well, we thought we were ready, but chickies are in full-on jailbreak mode. Joe, there's one right behind you under the ledge. I got water here, which hopefully will help.
This is a new thing for me, to be out, going to work on the field, having things to do all day long, and you're tired, but you just got to keep going because it doesn't stop.
There's a lot of things to learn, how to build a fence, to how to build a field block, to how to run a hospitality business or a food and beverage event. Like, those are all things that we're trying to figure out. And the level of expertise required to do that well is high. And I'm excited about that. That's what I enjoy getting up and doing every day.